Welcome to On the Chain.
The story here. So Brad Garlinghouse, I loved how he said I reckon if Ripple will expand out of the U.S. if company loses XRP.
There you go. So I think there's a lot to this story, though. If we think about it, Chip, because what are your thoughts? Let's say,
well, what are you going to do? I mean, if you lose the case, which is unlikely in our opinion, but what are you going to do? It's like, well, let's stay here and keep fighting. Well, no, you leave immediately.
Especially since it's a global thing, right? Because Ripple isn't about U.S. transaction. It's about moving money on a global scale and replacing Swift. I think that's the biggest part of it. I'm still shocked that their corporate office is based out of the U.S.
Yeah, well, they just opened up a brand new office up in Toronto, which is a little tech hub up there, and yeah.
But Toronto's just a suburb of the U.S. So I mean.
Kind of, Jeff. Right. Except they lack one little important key thing: freedom. But that's who's paying attention to that? I mean, other than that,
pesky little details.
Yeah, I had a little tweet exchange with somebody, and I was just laughing pretty hard about that. I might have to put that up. I'll read it. We'll just look at it. But Garlinghouse, speaking to Axios Media at the Collision Conference in Toronto, said that the company could relocate away from the U.S. if. Well, it's not the XRP lawsuit. The Ripple lawsuit is lost. It's not that we could, we will. Well, that's like tell me, I'll take 500 for the most obvious there, Jeff. I'll put it up on the board in a Jeopardy match. Of course. I mean, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to leave. Why not?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, and again, it's all going to go back to the global agenda that they have, and it's not just a U.S. centric agenda, and there's really a lot more, to be considered in this. But imagine this. So here we're focused on what the impact. Think about the impact that the SEC could have on. Let's say they do lose, but regardless, we're not even there yet. But the actions that are currently being taken through enforcement by the SEC could have far-reaching repercussion that will force a major player in this new financial technology outside of the U.S., bringing their corporate office and their technology to another country. Mm-hmm. And that's then ripples because, not just using the terminology, but the ripple effect would then cause the U.S. to lose major positioning in holding that kind of technology or having a company, based out of the U.S. with that leadership and technology, but then also the job market in the U.S. If that does happen, this is the trajectory of the 2.2 billion that Gary could then, that's been misappropriated to him, that he can then spend at whim, could have disastrous impact without any consideration of collateral damage. That to me is what's so shocking. And as we look at kind of you juxtapose one story over the other and the impacts, it's amazing.
Yeah, and also too, I just judging the way if you're the SEC, you've got all the power behind you, right? Money's no object when it comes to attorneys, resources. You have an open checkbook, even though Gary was in there, begging for more money, but you really aren't. You're. I mean, Ripple's probably into this for who knows, $50 million, $100 million already. They have top. Oh, yeah. I mean, just at least $100 million. It's got to be something really ridiculous. But the SEC doesn't have that concern. But if you have a winning case, why are you delaying everything? Why are you having to redact certain key words? I mean, you have the strong case. You're the one that dropped the lawsuit. You should be going for the jugular. You should be full steam ahead, get this thing over, and stick it to them. And instead, what it looks like is laziness. It looks like incompetence. It looks like they've dropped the ball at almost every juncture, and they just want to continue to redact, strike. I mean, they go find this this expert witness. Duty is his last name. You said Duty. You said Duty. I mean, come on, man. Really? Are we not watching a movie? Really? Your expert witness is Duty, and he's the guy that's going to tell you. Do you think he spoke to any of the 70,000
name is Duty
XRP holders that have joined forces with John E. Deaton? Come on, man. Just so you know, it's spelled
Duty.
Doody, duty, but it sounds like duty. You guys don't
Duty.
know what duty is. It's another word for yeah.
Duty.
Yeah,
Dude, I feel so bad for that guy. Growing up
Amber
must have been
Turd
rough.
and SEC are
Amber
the same
Turd.
lawyers. BZ, good to see
Oh
you.
my God.
Good to see you. So I mean, the whole thing is just absolutely insane, but this is great. I mean, I'm telling you, it's at some point we'll all look back at this and we'll just kind of laugh. We'll openly laugh, like just like those little sideshow. You know, you go by like a window and it's like there's always like those characters in it, and one will be one of us. You know, just giving out that old laugh. It's gonna a big old belly laugh, Jeff. And look at this one here. So
Duty.
because that happened, XRP's up more than 10% after Ripple announced plans to
what? What were the plans? To
well,
what?
We know what the plans were. Oh, it was weird.
How do we know?
Well, here's the plan. Well, there it is right there.
It might be a
There's
completely
tokens.
different plan. Look at all those tokens. Check out the tokens on
Yeah,
the laptop and all sorts of stuff. Let's see what we got there.
Yeah, do
We
you have
got some
anything?
SHIB. We got some Doge. Got some Ripple.
Bitcoin?
No
Ripple.
XRP.
Got a Ripple coin.
Got a Ripple coin.
So
This is a good one though. What did Eleanor have to say? There's some big revelation there.
Yeah, she said the SEC is due to reveal important decisions on the lawsuit. These decisions are expected to provide more clarity regarding the direction of the lawsuit and whether Ripple stands a chance at winning. Ripple also announced earlier this week it has plans to have a presence in Canada. Will come in the form of a Toronto-based engineering hub. Significant amount of accumulation took place, and there you go. Fueled by hope, the uptick in XRP price.
RSI, that's the relative. Is that the relative strength index? The RSI
might be. Yeah.
RSI is 50%.
50% level. Fueled by hope, Jeff. This is written like they try to make this something like a novel and a story. Fueled by hope. You know, it's kind of like if you're going to be seeing the next movie, it's like fueled by hope. Now, the uptick in XRP's price is a sign the community is excited. It's like a movie trailer. It's like,
that's awesome.
Fueled by hope. Well, what? So a positive outcome might fuel a bigger gain. Might, Jeff, it just might. Hence why the subject receives so much attention.
Check out XRP's social dominance metric. I didn't even know there was a. I didn't even know there was a metric for social dominance.
Who knew, Jeff?
But look at that. But it registered a significant spike. Who's tracking it, and how does it get tracked? I don't. Jeff, what is this metrics they speak of?
There it is, right there. There's a significant
there
spike.
It is. It's true. See,
right
it's there. It's in. It's in
Right
color.
there.
It's been printed. The metric has proven to be true. Look at that on June 24th.
You see that on a Mac, by the way, Jeff? If I just shake my mouse a little bit so you can see it, it just turns into a big cursor. So sometimes you lose it on the screen, so you just shake it a little bit. There you go. See that? See that, Jeff? Genius level right there.
Nice.
The number of active XRP addresses also increased significantly. The number of active addresses was as low as 27,602 on June 1st, but then it peaked, Jeff. It peaked to 51,000. So I'm not a math genius, Jeff, but if I can do the math in my head right here, went from 27,000 to 51,000 from the 21st to the 23rd. So in 2 days, a lot of people bought XRP, or certainly more addresses.
Matt's got you there. Look at the quality of that Apple mouse control.
The one thing I will tell you, man, and this is one of the things that crushes. And I have a recent convert from a PC, a buddy of mine, over to the Mac, and he's like, "Dude, you're absolutely right about the whole cursor." Yeah, when I'm shaking it, it gets big. But look at the mount, and then I can just barely twitch it. This was something that doesn't happen on a PC. Is I can go as slow as I want, move my mouse or trackpad all the way across, and then one flick and it's all the way across the other monitor. You guys don't have that kind of relative control. Sorry about that, LaRoche. I'm gonna call him BS on that.
Nope, apparently I don't.
No, you don't.
Know. My mouse moves around pretty quick.
If I move it real fast, I can go all across the whole screen. If I move it super slow, it'll drag across the screen.
I can move it across the screen too. I got it.
Don't have
it goes all the way to this other monitor. It's there in 2 seconds.
I start typing.
Look at that.
Listen, man, I work on a PC, man. It doesn't have that control. You can't set it up that way. It's not part of it.
Mine does. It's great. My mouse is fast.
I'm talking about being fast. It doesn't have that relative relative control. Anyway, that's a whole
XRP's 30-day moving relative vertical. That's the moving
I don't even-
average.
I don't even
30-day
know what
moving
this is.
average ratio. Is that an
Bottomed out.
MVRV? Is that the moving? What is that MVRV?
I
Don't
know,
remember
Jeff.
what that is, but I would think it's a 30-day moving average.
That's what I'm
It's
thinking
the
it is.
ratio, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of conversation going on in there. It's good. I mean, this is amazing. You know, when you can apply
Market-
TA
It's
to Eleanor's statements. There you go.
There it is right there. It's market value to realize the value.
Aha, there you go.
So it's
Interesting.
calculated by dividing the market value by the realized value, and realized value,
Ah.
BTC prices are taken at the time they last move instead of the current price, like in a market
Whoa.
value.
That's crazy.
Some
Crazy
invented
stuff.
thing
that's
that
a
means nothing.
lot of stuff going on there.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.